What's going on, everybody? It's Jack, and in the words of Bruce Buffer, it is time. Offensive ebook, offensive guide, game plan, scheme, money plays, whatever you want to call it. It's here, the Los Angeles Rams playbook. Now, you can do it out of Cincinnati too, but we're going to focus on LA because that's what I've been running. That's what I run it out of. We're going to start off with the base play, and we're going to expand from there. Everything's going to be broken down video by video, play by play, but we're going to approach it a little differently, so I hope you guys like it. But before we get into the rest of the video, please hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and smash that like button. Hit stick it for me because it's going to really help me out a lot. And if you aren't new and you haven't hit that notification bell and you aren't liking my videos, come on, man. What are you waiting for? If you're sticking around, you got to like it just a little bit. But enough of all that. You already know. Social media, links down in the description, yada, yada, yada. Let's go ahead, jump right into the first play. All right. Told you guys we were doing things a little differently. So I'm going to show you guys the play, kind of break it down, and then run through a few reps against different coverages so you can kind of see how I beat all the different coverages that you come across. So we got cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, and man coverage. The blitz 6, blitz 7, cover 0 blitzes are a little different, but I will still cover how to beat that towards the end with the regular man coverage that you can beat pretty easily. But for now, obviously the play is Z-spot. It's best run to the short hash, which means whatever side of the field the ball is on is the side you want the halfback on. And if you don't know instinctively what that is, all the play arts in the game have those little gray slashes going down it, and that way it can tell you left or right hash. So for this example, we're going to be doing it on the right hash, but it works the same to the left hash. It's just a matter of running it to the short side of the field. So we're going to show it against cover 2 first, because cover 2 is super basic. Cover 2 is super basic, and it's really easy to pick up and understand how to beat that, and it can kind of force your opponent to play different coverages if they really like cover 2. So the main play is over here. It's going to be this flood concept. Everybody runs flood concepts with a tight end and the halfback going on a corner and a table route. And obviously the only thing you got to do is streak the outside receiver. So it's B or circle and then just hot route streak them. Nothing fancy there. You're going to look to hit the tight end on the corner, but chances are the tight end's going to be covered because cloud flats like to drift back, or you're just going to be hesitant to throw it. However, the table route will always get open against zones. Cloud flats and purples, the table route will always be an option for you. The only thing would be hard flats, but if they're going hard flats, then that means that the cornerback is not going to cover the corner route, and the corner route is going to be wide open. On the back side of the play, you're not going to do a whole lot against cover 2. You are going to have one player who's kind of the wild card, and that's kind of how I like to run the offense, is like one guy can run a bunch of different routes, and it really forces your opponent to have a difficult time to pick who to user and who to man up and who to cover. In this case, it is going to be Y. So on PlayStation, you'd be doing triangle. It's Brandon Cooks. In Mutt, who knows who it could be for you. For me, it's actually Odell Beckham right now. And he's going to run either a drag or a whip route. The drag does really good against all zones, and the whip route does really good against zone, but also does really good against man. But you just like to have him being able to run outside or inside, because it forces your opponent to have to cover both parts of the field. The dig is really good to X. However, the only time I really throw it is against cover 4 or man. But I do like to motion the X receiver outside a few steps because it does help create spacing. And that's the only thing he's really good for, is distraction and kind of a good high-low with the drag. So we're going to show you guys a few reps against cover 2, and then we'll get into cover 3. All right, so cover 2, really simple. Like I said, you just want to look to the halfback. Halfback's going to be open. You get upfield, 5-6 yards, depending on the tackle animation anyway. The corner route can get open, but you're really looking to hit the table route until they start running hard flats, and then you start hitting the corner route over the top, because the corner route over the top is only going to be really good against the hard flat. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. On the backside, you have Y on a whip route, and you motion out X a couple steps, And then you end up with a nice underneath route that again picks up about 5 yards. A little bit more if you can make a juke happen, somebody miss. You're not going to want to throw the dig route against this at all. You can throw Y on a drag. Y on a drag is very good against pretty much everything. And it's just really nice, quick hitting route that can get you some yardage just to make your opponent have to respect that middle of the field. Now we're going to cover Z-spot against cover 3. So we're going to run it against big nickel, cover 3 sky. It's one of, if not the most popular cover 3 in the game. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to beat with Z-spot. So we're going to run the same concept over here. You're going to have the table, you're going to have the corner, and you're going to have the streak route. And on the backside, you're going to still do the exact same thing with a drag route or a whip route. And keep the dig. Again, it's really the same reads. The only difference is that the tight end route against cover 3 is actually going to be a much more viable throw for you to make as opposed to the cover 2 where you're really looking to hit the halfback. Everything else is exactly the same. You're going to look to hit the backside of the play against zone 2. You could hit him on the whip or the drag. It really doesn't matter. It's all going to be exactly the same, the exact same reads, which is what makes this play so good because it doesn't change depending on the play. It can beat all coverages almost exactly the same way. So I'll just show you a couple reps and we'll go into cover 4. All right, so exactly the same thing. Like I said, put them on the whip route for this example. You're going to look to hit the tight end, though. The tight end route is going to get open against the cover 3. For whatever reason, he didn't drift properly. However, most of the time, the corner/safety in the purple is going to drift down to the flat. And when he drifts down to the flat, that's where you hit that little window right there, hit that little pocket. Now, if they don't drift down for whatever reason, because right now they're not drifting down, which is weird, then you just want to hit the halfback in the flat. You hit the halfback in the flat, you still get 4 or 5 yards. He made a great tackle, but you can still hit the halfback without a problem. On the back side of the play, you still have the whip route. The whip route gets wide open against most zones, like I said. You just throw it, good catch, good 4 or 5 yards. The purple zones are called curl flats for a reason. They're going to play the curl route, and if nothing's there, they're going to drift to the flat. So you either have to throw the flat early, or you have to hope that they react to the flat, and then you could throw it over the top of them. Those are kind of the two options you have in order to try to beat the zone. It's one of the reasons why I do like motioning out the X receiver here, because it forces that guy to drift back further, and then it allows for a better window for you to throw that to the flat. Obviously, you can still throw him on a drag route just fine. Drag routes are going to get wide open against every yellow zone, so you don't have a problem. As you can see, yellow zone, boom, quick 4 yards. Great hit, but you know he's wide open for a quick, easy catch. Now we're going to show you how to run Z-spot against cover 4. There's really not a whole lot to run against cover 4. We're just going to go cover 4 quarters out of big nickel. It's just right behind me. You got to trust me that's cover 4. So the play is exactly the same. Exactly the same. The only difference is that since it's cover 4 quarters, the purples are going to be matching. So they're going to be in pseudo man coverage. So once they break onto a receiver or a tight end, they're going to be manned up. So the whip route is going to be very good against man. The corner route is going to have a very small window to throw against man. And the table route is still going to get open in this situation, but they don't get open against actual man coverage. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple reps, and I'll show you how to beat cover 1 and cover 0. All right, so here's cover 4 quarters. Again, the whip route is still very good, or the drag route is very good. The drag's actually better against quarters because there's only usually one hook zone over the middle, but the whip route is very good if they somehow match it. So we're just going to motion it out real quick. And as you can see, the whip route is there, but it's not exactly the right read because they didn't match and like all that good stuff. So the whip route is less likely against the cover 4, but the drag is way better versus the cover 4, which is why you want to run them interchangeably because it forces your opponent to do different things. On the main side of the play, we still have the corner, we still have the table. The table route is still very good, as you can see. There is a small window for you to throw it as the match linebacker is running to him. However, it's not a perfect throw. The corner route, however, from the tight end is very good against match coverage because you'll see the linebacker's going to turn his back away from the play, whether he's directly in front of him or to the side of him. Once that linebacker turns his shoulders, you want to throw that ball. If you get a better animation here, he turns away, you throw it right there, boom, underneath, possession catch every time. That corner route is going to be a backbreaker for your opponent. The drag route, like I said, is actually better though because there's only one hook zone over the middle, so you can see you could turn him upfield and do much more damage in the yak game. All right, so here we are. Last part of the breakdown is going to be man coverage. Primarily, we're going to show you how to beat the cover 1 because cover 1 is, I think, more annoying than the cover 0 just because you're not usually getting blitzed with the cover 1, and for whatever reason, the coverage is just ridiculous most of the time, especially in mud. So we're going to show you out of dollar because dollar cover 1 robber is a super easy. I mean, it's no brain defense. You just literally set it and forget it. So I'm going to show you guys how we beat that out of Z spot. Again, the play is still exactly the same. I've told you guys this how many times now. You literally just put the guy on a streak and then whatever you want with the slot over here. And it's literally the exact same thing. The slot is actually going to be very good on the whip route to beat his man coverage. The tight end is going to be very good to beat his man coverage. And the table route, not as much. However, this is one of those times where the dig route is going to come into play because when you motion the dig route out, he's going to get inside position and you're going to have a really good opportunity to possession catch it. So, show you guys a couple reps of this, and we're going to call it a day because that is our base play for our tight doubles Rams offense. All right, but here we go. So, it's basic play, right? We're going to put the slot on the whip route. We're going to motion out the X receiver. You're going to snap it. You're going to look to hit the whip. Hit the whip. Boom. Good 5-yard gain. That's a lot of this offense. Good 3-4 yards. Good 3-4 yards. Break a tackle. Good 3-4 yards. Make somebody miss. Like that is a big chunk of this offense. Is going to be make somebody miss, get some yardage after the catch. Because the whole thing with compression offenses is that you want to stretch the field horizontally and vertically. Instinctively, it's easy to push the ball upfield with this kind of offense, but it's really hard to go sideline to sideline. If you can go sideline to sideline and upfield, that's how you make somebody really annoyed as a defender. Still motion him out, and you can see the corner gets open against man because you throw it as the linebacker turns his back to the play. As soon as he turns his back to the play, he's thinking he's running with him, he's turned his hips. That's when you throw it because you know when the route is breaking, he doesn't. You can see one more time, he turns his back, boom, possession catch, 10 yards. It's really that easy with the corner route. The table route you're not going to want to hit because somebody's going to run over to him. As you can see, that's open over the top to the corner, but the flat was not open. And then obviously we have the dig route. The dig route, like I said, is something you don't throw that often. However, if you get an opportunity to throw it like this, you can possession catch it because he's inside of the defender. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me for part 1. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys drop it down in the comment section below or hit me up on social media or when I'm streaming on Twitch. You guys could obviously come in there, ask me questions because this is what I run. These are the concepts, the plays that I run. And if you guys want to see any of the gameplays, I got a couple of those up on my channel as well. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you guys don't miss the rest of the guide and anything else that I drop. But until next time, I'm out.